By the end of part 2 of the Missy Bevers case, we reached an uncomfortable place. Not because the story became darker, but because it became narrower. The timeline closed in, the theories thinned out, and the certainty people wanted never arrived. Before we move into part 3, this episode is about what remains after the speculation fades. Part 2 wasn't designed to solve the case. It was designed to remove what doesn't survive contact with time. Randomness, chaos, convenient explanations. What remains is something quieter, a narrow window, deliberate disguise, and a crime engineered to leave very little behind. Stories want endings, and so do people. But investigations want accuracy. In true crime, those two goals often collide. By now, you've seen how quickly narratives form. A suspect emerges, a motive is assigned, a personality is constructed. But none of those things, in and of themselves, are evidence. Evidence is slower, and it rarely cooperates with storytelling. Part 3 doesn't begin with theories. It begins with what happens after the cameras stop recording. How investigators reassess early assumptions. What evidence becomes more valuable as time passes. How cold cases evolve without becoming cold. What changes legally, technologically, psychologically after years without resolution. And what law enforcement has quietly confirmed in later updates. This is where cases either stagnate or transform. Time does not just obscure evidence, it reshapes it. Witnesses' memories change, technology improves, patterns emerge that weren't visible early on. In many cases, the most meaningful evidence doesn't exist at the beginning. It appears later, sometimes years later. That's the phase this investigation has entered. There is a misconception that unsolved cases stop moving, that they're just dead in the water. They don't, and they aren't. They just move away from the public. What changes is visibility, not effort, and part 3 is about that distance between what investigators know and what the public sees. If you'd like to stream cases, submit a case for consideration on the podcast, or follow us on social media, go to midnightmysteryarchive.com. You can find all of those things right from the homepage. If you're looking for additional insights into the podcast, future cases we're going to be covering, as well as get a glimpse of how I produced the show, follow the Midnight Mystery Archive on Substack. The link is in the episode description. You can also join the official Midnight Mystery Archive Facebook group, also linked in the description. It's where listeners can come together, discuss the cases we cover, or any other true crime stories in the news. And if the series has earned your trust, please go leave us a rating on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. It helps us to bring new listeners to the show. Part 3 of the Missy Bevers series examines what happens to a case when the noise fades and only the facts remain. This is the Midnight Mystery Archive. We'll see you next time.